right, but 9.02 is about inscribed and circumscribed circles. And here's the difference between the two. We have a circumscribed circle surrounds the shape. So it's a circle drawn around the shape, touching all the points on it. Whereas we have inscribed circle where it's a circle within a shape. All right, so the way I remember it is that the circle is inside, the inside circle is inside, and then the other one is like just outside. I don't know, it's opposite. So those are the two definitions. And then there's a couple theorems that go with it. We have congruent inscribed angles theorem, which I would highlight the part that says what it says. All right, we have two or more distinct inscribed angles that intercept the same arc, or congruent arcs are congruent. So both of these angles, you can probably see it better on the board because of the different colors. Both of these angles have LO as their intercepted arc, right? So because of that, that means that those angle measures are congruent to each other. All right, so angle E is congruent to angle W because they both intercept the same arc. Questions about that? All right, so these angles are congruent to each other. We're not saying it's congruent to what the arc measure is. It's just that these are congruent to each other. Then we have inscribed quadrilateral theorem. So we have opposite angles of an inscribed quadrilateral to a circle are supplementary. All right, supplementary means they add up to what? 180, good. So supplementary means that they add to 180. And what this theorem is saying, that if you have a quadrilateral, so a four-sided shape, they're opposite angles. So like this angle to that angle, and this angle to that angle will be supplementary to each other. So like 100 plus 80 is 180. 86 plus, what is that, 94 equal 180. Make sense? Questions? All right, so moving right along. So here's a practice. We have this quadrilateral inscribed within the circle. What is the measure of angle ESH? So what's the measure of this angle over here? And the measure of angle HRE. All right, since we know that the opposite angles are what to each other? They're supplementary. I forget how to spell that. I'm going to just sound it out in my head. We have it on paper. Supplementary to each other. That means that they're going to equal 180. So I could take what this angle equals, which is 2x plus 7. I could put it in parentheses. So I'm plugging it in. Adding it to the other angle, x plus 23, I know it'll equal 180. All right, so I put the parentheses there, but you'll see that they go away in the next step because there's nothing I can simplify inside the parentheses. I can distribute a positive 1, but that doesn't change anything. So I have 2x plus 7 plus x plus 23 equal to 180. We need to solve for x. So first thing you want to do, think back to algebra, you want to, so can this 2x combine with something? Good, so 2x plus x is Good. Can this 7 combine with something?
5 and 23.
And that would equal 30. All right, so far we're here. Now we can start isolating x. So start with what's farther away from the x. So I'm not going to get rid of the 3 because that's right next to it.
Subtract 30.
We're going to subtract 30. Do that on each side. We get 3x equals 150. Keep going. Opposite of multiplying by 3 is, so divide by 3 on each side, and x equals 150 divided by 3, 50. All right, now it doesn't say just find the value of x, it says find those angle measures. So what do I have to do to find those angle measures? All right, you're plugging in 50. So like my angle measure for the R would be 50 plus 23, which is what?
73.
Good. I know it lists the angles differently. I'll just put angle R. Angle R is 73. The other one, plug 50 in.
So are you adding 2 to 50? Or multiplying?
Multiplying, because it's like right next to the x.
It's 107.
Good. It is 107. So angle S is 107. That answers the question it asked. We were able to figure that out by knowing that theorem, right? That the opposite angles are supplementary to each other. Questions about that? All right, so tomorrow when you guys come in, I'll have you do what it says here. It says use 10 minutes to complete these next 2 problems and turn it in. So that's what we'll start with tomorrow. So don't lose your packets. Put the calculators back, and then once all those are put away, then I'll let you go.